she wearing an A?
Yes, she's wearing an A.
A is for
Apples.
apples. Sure enough, they want apples.
I think they're working together.
I think they're working together for sure.
We're on our way to the Harvest and Apple Festival, and on our drive today, we're gonna be noticing wonders. We're on a quest to find and notice and then share with you autumn wonders.
We're going to be looking for the fall colors. We're going to be just, there's lots of fun things you see when you head out for a Saturday drive. Megan, what do you find wondrous about autumn?
Ooh, I love the changing colors of the leaves, the chilly air,
The change in the coziness of the season.
yes, oh yes, and the apples,
And the grapes.
and the pears,
And the harvest of it all. We're here at a harvest festival called Cloud Mountain.
It's their 30th annual Harvest Festival, and in a celebration and finding of wonder, we're here today to celebrate the wonder of this season.
The wonder of the autumn harvest. We have the harvest of pumpkins and apples and grapes. It feels like a time of abundance.
And where you have a chance to harvest everything that you work towards for the whole year. We walked under and appreciated an arbor of kiwi vines and fruits, and we felt then, as we do now, an immense feeling of appreciation for the abundance in our lives. It is a feeling of gratitude for the cornucopia of wonders that are all around us. When we take time to be grateful for what gifts we do have in our lives, what we don't have or don't yet have does not seem to be as big of a problem as it was before. Somehow, being in a state of appreciation really does seem to open the door to feeling abundance.
We are at a beautiful community autumn harvest festival, and we are bringing you along for the adventure. Tables of pears and apples were waiting for us to taste.
These are quite sweet.
Natural wonders combined with human ingenuity, curiosity, and experimentation has created many different kinds of apples and pears that despite our hungry bellies, we could not even nearly taste every fruit that lay before us. We tasted more different types of pears than we have ever tasted before.
There were tart apples, sour apples, sweet apples, soft apples, crunchy apples, apples with complex flavors that tasted like unique tropical fruits, Apples good for cider, apples for pie, apples for long storage, apples of every kind. As we ate apples, we were learning too about how the different breeds were and when they were developed. With all the varieties of apples, a task of picking a favorite would be tough. It was simple to answer the question of yumminess. Apple after apple was really delicious.
Wow, we just tasted dozens of apples and pears at the tasting table. That was so cool. It was amazing how many different varieties of apples there are, how different an apple can be. You could say the difference between apples and oranges. Well, this was a difference between apples and apples. Yes, it was amazing, and it's cool because you get to learn about, obviously what it's called, the name of that apple or pear, as well as what its parents might be, or how it was developed, or when it was developed. Because a bunch of the apples were heirloom apples. Some of them were brand new apples. Some were better for cider. Some you also get to find out which ones would be great for growing here in the area, which would do better. Yeah, so it's such a learning experience. So that was really good. This one, the Escorca.
After all the pear and apple tasting, tables of grapes lay before us. Grapes are little bundles of juicy awesomeness.
We really enjoyed tasting the grapes and reading their variety names. There were grapes called joy, gratitude, faith, hope, and reliance.
I think that's what's really impressive about this farm is they've really created a learning center and made this event be one where you can learn about how to properly take care of the tree and grow it so that it's a win-win for the tree and for you as the tree grower. Lots of wonders to find and experience. Let's go see some more.
Then we headed out into the apple and pear orchards to see all the different kinds of trees.
Cloud Mountain Farm Center in Everson, Washington has a pear orchard, an orchard for apple production, orchard of heirloom varieties, trial orchard for developing scab-resistant apples, an original Johnny Gold apple orchard planted in 1978, and a cider and variety trial orchard. They also grow a variety of grapes from separate vineyards, an orchard of organic peaches, and an area for growing various kinds of small fruits.
As we walk amongst all these trees and plants growing delicious and nutritious fruits, we look around and appreciate the beauty of the surrounding landscape.
Apples, what a wonderment! They're beautiful.
Something fun about autumn festivals? Visiting the pumpkin patch.
Pumpkins have a fall season, kind of orange jolliness about them that just makes you want to take notice of them. While they could be considered an ordinary staple of the fall season, there is also something totally special about them too. It feels like if pumpkins were to disappear from Earth, autumn would never be as cool and awesome of a season again.
Harvest time.
We each got to take a curious guess at the weight of a heavy pumpkin. It really was too heavy for either one of us to pick up.
It is a fun, simple wonderment to think about how in a growing season, a plant can produce so many pumpkins and so much weight in pumpkin. Nature is remarkable.
How much does the pumpkin weigh?
Evidently, our guesses on the pumpkin's weight were off, because we must report that we did not win the pumpkin contest, or ever find out how much the pumpkin actually weighed. We enjoyed learning about everything that Cloud Mountain Farm Center does to contribute to our community. The farm was originally started in 1978, and over time, they were growing more than 1,000 varieties of ornamental plants, tree fruits, vine fruits, and a diverse mix of vegetable crops using organic practices. In 2011, they became a non-profit teaching farm, dedicated to building knowledge, experience, and community to expand dynamic local food systems. The center helps to build a thriving collaborative community of prosperity for farmers, a healthy environment, and well-being for all citizens.
All around the farm, we walked among the trees, shrubs, bushes, and plants that were so beautiful. There was so much to appreciate and admire in the beautiful gardens.
Oh, this has been a really special outing. I'm so glad we decided to take the time to come out this weekend for this autumn festival. In our busy life, it would have been so easy, much easier not to have come. And then we would have missed out on all of this harvest celebration and the wonder of the beautiful fruits that are being grown here. I'm so glad we came.
We had a lovely day. Like Megan just said, it would be, you could just sit at home and get your work done and have a good reason to not have gone out. And we took that little extra time to come out today and to a community event, and it was delightful.
Yes, and a huge part of that is because of you. And we're on this wonder quest, and as we look to find and share wonders with you, we're practicing our ability to find wonders, as well as taking the opportunity to get out in the world and experience them. And that's really bringing us great joy, as well as making amazing memories.
Yeah. We're getting a chance to record the memories and record finding those special moments. Doing these videos is a way that holds ourselves accountable for finding the wonder in our life. And that was our initial reason for starting the videos, was just to help ourselves remember to look for the joy, to look for the appreciation, to look for the things that we find wonder in. And in doing so, we'll find more happiness, because when you're doing that, how can you not be happy?
Yes.
And by sharing it with you and having someone to share it with, hopefully we're inspiring you to take those moments to find wonder in your life, and hopefully we hold each other accountable for that, because I think in the long run it's going to be pretty special for everybody.
Yes.
So we decided to do at-home apple tasting because the kids, they didn't get a chance to go to the orchard. So we went to the store and got them some special apples. Red apples. I think that's a heirloom. A yellow opal apple. A pink lady. A gala. Ooh, very good pie. Granny Smith. And a Fuji. All right. So let's taste some apples. All right. This is opal. Zesty. Let's see how it tastes like. Okay. Other.
Did you like it?
I think she liked it. And honey? I think he likes it too.
I really like it.
All right. Heirloom.
Wow, this is really tasty.
Very good. A little bit tartar. But very, very crunchy. Very good.
This one next.
Ooh, sour apple green. He says, yep.
Let's give it a go.
Give it a go.
No, we're not going anywhere. Come back. Come back here.
All right. Her nose is back. Come on. Oh, she really likes this
I'm
one.
excited.
She loves sour things.
Yes.
Wow.
Once we were trying to keep her off of going after a little owie that she had, we tried, using
He likes it too.
bitter apple, and it didn't work to keep her off her food. It actually wasn't attractive. That she thought it was a treat.
All right, kids. Wow, this one has been the most exciting.
Yeah.
Let's see. You know what? They get first dibs on this one. I
Yeah.
think it might be their favorite. Good. Zesty, crunchy.
Zesty,
Woo. A little more sour. This would be great for a pie.
great for a pie. We should make a pie. Cheers to apples, tasting apples, and appreciating the abundance of all the different kinds of apples that are around. Isn't it incredible that nature combined with how we've mixed and bred trees together, we've created such a variety of apples. It's really incredible. And it's fun finding, trying apples you've never tried before.
I think they want to try some more.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. So the kids' favorite was the Granny Smith.
Yes.
Oh, we get to share the last one. There we go. All right. Yay! Yay to taste testing.
So as we're here today at this Harvest Festival, celebrating and appreciating the abundance of beautiful food that can be grown and has been grown and is now being harvested for us all to enjoy, we also really want to thank you for being with us on this journey. We don't know exactly what we're doing, and we're just learning on the go, and we're practicing and about how to be the best videographers we can be. But we're really excited and we're really enthusiastic, and we're so grateful that you're here with us on our journey.
Thank you for supporting us and coming along to this experience. We really appreciate all of you for that.
Yeah, as well as we're so grateful for the community, online community we are starting to build of wonderists, of other people, and that we're all can build a family of people finding and experiencing and sharing wonder and joy and appreciation with each other.
So if you haven't already, check out Sea Tree Wonder on Patreon. It's where we are building a community that can support the continuation of inspiring videos to get us all out there and experiencing the joy in our life.
Yeah, and on Patreon, we're also sharing some behind the scenes as well as updates on right now, what we're working on and what episodes are coming. So we have some really special extra bits to share with you on Patreon, as well as some we mail out things in the real mail for you to receive. So be sure to check it out, because we have some special things that we're sharing with the people that are helping support us and be able to keep these weekly episodes coming.
We encourage you to find something that you can appreciate, find something of wonder. Even if you're having a tough day, step outside. Usually there's something in nature that can bring a smile to your face, or a curiosity to your mind, or a hug to your heart.
Yeah, wonders abound. And when you open your eyes and your heart to see them, it's amazing what pops out. And next thing you know, you're just seeing wonderments everywhere. And that's really fun and exciting.
And in that journey, you'll be finding more joy. You'll be feeling happier.
Yes. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Share with us what you're grateful for, and perhaps share this video with your friends and family. And for sure, let your friends and family know what you're grateful for. So more gratitude in this world, the happier the world is.
And the more you share this, the more that gets out, an inspiring reminder to find inspiration and joy in your life and in the lives of the people that you share this with.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Apples, what a wonderment. They're beautiful.